In football, every superstar has a story, but some of those journeys are not birthed in front of the bright lights. Some of those journeys start from the shadows upon rejection, silence, and the only thing that remained is the unshakable dream. Today on Football Untold Stories, we dive into the rise of Anton Semenyo. From Sunday League fields to the Premier League stage with Bournemouth. This is the story of resilience, faith, and belief. So without further ado, let's get this party started and let's talk about some stories that you do not know about. The boy who was overlooked. Before the cameras, before the goals, Semenyo was just another kid chasing trials around South London. He was quick, skillful, and fearless. But football didn't seem to want him. Crystal Palace, no. Tottenham, no. Arsenal, no. Millwall, no. They all said no. The hardest moments came when Crystal Palace extended his trial, only to reject him at the end. He was devastated. So much so that he stopped playing football altogether. A whole year of football and his boots remained untouched. He did not get out of his room. He did not live under his bed. But one thing about dreams is that he's going to keep on nagging you. It don't matter what time. And so it called him back. At 16, he took a leap. He joined South Gloucestershire and Stroud College, miles away from home, under the mentorship of Dave Hockaday. This was not luxury academy. It was early mornings, grind, small pitches, big dreams though. He studied BTech sports science during the day and trained in the evenings, playing against academies, teams across the entire country. And that's where everything changed. In one of those matches, a scout from Bristol City took notice. Within weeks, Semenyo had a lifeline, a chance to prove himself at the professional football club, at the professional level. And guess what? He did not hesitate. He took his opportunity. He signed. Building through the ranks at Bristol City, Semenyo wasn't an instant starter. Yes, I know, it's mind-blowing. He went out on loan, first at Bath City in the 6th tier, then to Newport County in League 2. It was rough, muddy pitches, tough tackles, long bus rides. But that right there is where he toughened up. Learned how to survive in real football. You get me? At Newport, he also discovered something new. He wasn't just a striker. He could play wide. He could use his power, his pace, his footwork to terrorize fullbacks. That positional shift later would define him to who he is today. By the time he returned to Bristol City, he wasn't a kid trying to fit in. He was a man ready to break out of the shackles that he was in. Under now Nigel Pearson, Semenyo finally got his moment. Pearson simplified his role. Run, shoot, be direct. That is as simple as you're going to get it when it comes to football. And that is exactly what he did. Goals came, assists followed, and confidence in his footballing ability returned. By 2022, the Premier League clubs started circling him. But one team stayed consistent, Bournemouth. They have been tracking him for months, even through the World Cup. When the offer came in January 2023, Semenyo said it felt right. It wasn't just a transfer, it was trust that he saw, that they kept on trying to get him. They kept on. They saw the talent. They just wanted a long period of time proving it. And then he got his Premier League arrival. Fast forward to Bournemouth, and Semenyo is thriving. He is powerful, unpredictable, relentless. Defenders describe him as a nightmare to mark. He becomes a key part of Bournemouth's new era, one of the league's most improved attackers. But behind the goals and the highlights is the same humble kid who once thought his career was over. He still prays before every game. He still calls his family after every match. He never forgets where he came from or how close he was to losing it all, or not even getting it in the first place. Antoine Semenyo's journey isn't just about football. It's about believing when no one else does. It's about patience, persistence, and purpose. Because sometimes the most beautiful stories isn't written in gold, they are written in grit and blood. This has been Football Untold Stories episode. Semenyo, from rejection to redemption. If you ever felt overlooked, remember this: all it takes is one yes to change your entire life. And trust me when I say this, especially coming from someone that did not get the yes. Keep on trying, because someone will give you the yes. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next one in Football Untold Stories. Peace.